Kenosha erupts in chaos and violence after police shoot a man in the back.
They shot my son 7 times.
Today on Upfront, what is the way forward? How does Kenosha heal? And is there a path to ending racism?
Taking on the issues important to Wisconsin. This is Upfront with your host, Adrian Pedersen.
Thank you for joining us. We are in Kenosha. As you can see behind me, this car lot absolutely burned. These cars charred. 1 week ago today, Kenosha police shot Jacob Blake. That set off protests, destruction, and even deaths. By now, you've seen the video of a Kenosha police officer unloading 7 shots into Jacob Blake's back. He was leaning into a car, some of his children in the back seat. Protesters took to the streets, others turned to violence. Rioting, looting, and setting fires. Jacob Blake is recovering in a hospital this weekend. His family says he may never walk again. His mother appealed for peace.
I noticed a lot of damage. It doesn't reflect my son or my family. If Jacob knew what was going on as far as that goes, the violence and the destruction, he would be very unpleased. So I'm really asking and encouraging everyone to take a moment and examine your hearts.
Hours after she spoke, a 17-year-old from Antioch, Illinois, armed with a long gun, came here, allegedly to protect property. Police say he shot 3 protesters, killing 2 of them. Kyle Rittenhouse now charged with murder. The officer who shot Blake is identified as Rustin Shesky. He's been with the Kenosha Police Department for 7 years. The state's Division of Criminal Investigations and federal agents are investigating the shooting. Attorney General Josh Kaul says Blake admitted to having a knife in his possession, and police found one in his car, but authorities won't answer when they knew he had the knife or if he had it outside of the vehicle. Arsonists set fire to dozens of buildings in the first nights of the demonstration. Parts of Kenosha look like a war zone. So what is the way forward now in Kenosha? I asked Mayor John Antaramian. Mayor, you are the leader of this city. Looking back on what's happened over the last week, what's going through your mind? What's on your heart right now?
Well, it's heartbreaking. This is a fabulous community. We have our issues, we have our problems, just like any other community in this country. And to see what happened here is just a heartbreaking situation. However, having said that, now is the time that we have to look at our community and say, okay, what do we need to do to heal? What do we need to do to make it so these things don't happen again? How do we deal with racism in our community? And I'll just start with our community, but throughout the country. Those are all issues that we're going to have to deal with. And the only way you're going to deal with that is by listening. I believe we will come out of this. I think we will come out of this stronger in the end. And I believe that we'll touch on a lot of issues that need to be addressed, and we will address them.
You have businesses burned down, boarded up. How do you rebuild?
Well, first off, we definitely are looking to get some help from the state government and the federal government. So I have requests in with the state government already. I'm going to be making requests to the federal government. I'm going to be talking to our congressman and our senator next week early, and talking with them about possible funding sources that we might be able to tap into to help recreate the businesses in our community that have been burned down. We need to look to the future as to what we have to do as a community together. I'm reaching out to a number of our businesses and corporations in the community already. I'm going to be asking them for help also.
Looking back, after police shot Jacob Blake on Sunday, do you wish you would have asked for more help in hindsight in terms of troops on the ground, seeing what transpired over the next few days?
I think in the first night there was not a great deal that anyone was going to be able to do. We asked for support immediately. The city made a request to emergency government, which is the county government, for National Guard. And basically I called a emergency so that I had a curfew in place, made the request for the guard. We made a request for basically support from all our neighboring communities, all of which responded, and the guard responded. The problem with the guard is that they can't get here immediately. We received about 125 guards the next day. We definitely did not have enough, and I don't think anyone understood the impact that we would have from people coming from out of the area into the community. That was a huge impact on the community that next night.
You've seen the video of police shooting Jacob Blake last Sunday. The country is now watching. What needs to happen next?
Well, I think that first off, the shooting itself, when I saw it, made me sick. I don't ever want to see people hurt in any way. And so that was hard to watch, and something that is going to always be in my mind and difficult to accept what occurred. However, the process has to be kept. And the process is going to be where the state takes over the investigation, because that is the process. So the city of Kenosha has no control over any of the investigation.
And I understand that you can't interfere with the investigation, but you are a leader of the city, and the ACLU is calling for the police chief and the sheriff to resign, specifically the police chief. Do you think that's necessary?
No. I think that both the sheriff and the police chief are doing everything they can in a very difficult time. And I believe that both men believe in the community and want to try to keep everyone safe.
I saw you quoted in a Kenosha News article after police killed George Floyd. The reporter asked you if you were concerned that something like that could happen here. And you said, "I would like to believe that our police department is very well trained. Is there always a possibility of something like that? Sure." Do you still think, after seeing that video, that the police department is well trained?
I think that in looking at what we have done in the past, the police department has a lot of very good training. However, when a situation like this happens, you have to look back and rethink everything. We need to take a look at all our policies and procedures again, and see what we could have done better, and then make the changes we need to make. But I think that the changes have to be more than just in the police department. You know, we kind of lose sight of what the real issue is, and the real issue is racism. And how do we deal with it? How do we deal with it as a community? How do we deal with it as a country? Prior to all this happening, we started putting together committees that are looking at dismantling racism. And so we looked at a number of different ways of setting up these committees, and I brought in the clergy. But I brought them in 2 months ago, and they had been working on putting together a plan, and we have that just about ready to move forward. And that plan will deal with racism. It'll deal with police relationships. It'll deal with education, jobs. It'll deal with those type of activities that all have certain roots in racism.
Coming up, the governor's response to the crisis in Kenosha. I'll ask Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, did they do enough, and what did he mean when he called the Jacob Blake shooting a vendetta?